I don't understand prices for anything. Like, how is a flight from LAX to New York the same price as a coffee table, which is the same price as therapy without health insurance?
I don't know either. I don't know.
How does that make any sense at all?
It
This
does
cost
not.
of living is seriously destroying so many families out here. And so many people are deciding to give up because of how expensive it is to live within America today. And even your Trump voters out here are talking about how expensive it is. All the MAGA people are now turning because they're realizing that they were really lied to.
Now, this is not a video about politics. It's about the cost of living in America, causing Americans to want to vacate the premises in which they should have done a long time ago. I've been gone since 2020, the beginning of the scamdemic. Let me show you guys something, man. Just a comparison. If you think you're living good in America, I need you to see something. This is a website called Numbeo. I didn't even go to Los Angeles. I went to where I'm from, St. Louis. Now watch this. I compared it with a town here in Panama, all right, called Boquete. Look, rent prices in St. Louis are 81% higher than Boquete. Restaurant prices in St. Louis are 104% higher than Boquete. Now, St. Louis is the Midwest, right? It's supposed to be cheaper than the coasts of America and all of that extra stuff. Grocery prices are 46.8% higher than in Boquete. Then if we just go down the line and see all the other monthly expenses you would have and compare it from the US and Boquete, St. Louis and all of that extra stuff, it's just ridiculous. There is no comparison, guys.
Now we're here, regardless of who you voted for, we're here now. And so many people are actually struggling. There are no more food stamps. Well, at least they're very minimized to where you have to truly show that you qualify for the food stamps. And if you don't qualify, you don't get it. It's very important.
And that's the truth. A lot of the benefits and like Medicare, Medicaid, a whole bunch of government stipends and stimulus checks and all that stuff that they were giving you a few years ago that you were becoming dependent on, all of that stuff is starting to go away. So I would strongly suggest you guys start seeking places to take your retirement. I'm in Panama, which is rated the #1 retirement place in the whole damn world, but you don't have to come here. Like I said, if you go back over to Numbeo, we can go back over there again. I'll show you another cost of living that you guys can compare the United States with. We'll just keep St. Louis. Let's keep St. Louis. We'll go to St. Louis. Now we're going to compare St. Louis with another city. Let's go to Santiago, Dominican Republic. Ooh, or we can do Chile. It doesn't even freaking matter. Let's see. All right. Look, cost of living is 60% higher than in Santiago. Cost of living as far as rent is 84% higher than in Santiago. So it's just higher and higher. The groceries are higher. Like, dude, all of the expenses are way higher in the United States. Look at milk. Milk is freaking, man, that is terrifying. I can't imagine living in the United States.
Fortunate, and even welfare is very minimalized as well. But let's put those assistance programs aside. I'm talking about your average working American who's working and making like $20, maybe up to upwards of $30 an hour. It's very expensive to live in America today. But hey, let's check out these videos and you let me know what you think about these in the comment sections below.
Before we get to all the crying and sobbing and stuff, guys, I want you guys to let me know what's the highest you were paying in the United States. Have you already vacated the United States? What's the highest you were paying for your mortgage or your rent or a carton of eggs? I saw a post on Facebook the other day where eggs is like $9 or something. That is ludicrous because over here I can get 12 eggs for $2. You understand? 12 eggs for $2. That is freaking crazy. Like 36 eggs for $5 and stuff like that. That's because the supply is high here, right? Chickens are just crossing the road, literally, no pun intended. So like they can't really charge so much for that. You understand? You want to go where you got the advantage, guys. Come on. Let it all out.
I frankly don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. I don't know how much longer my friends can keep doing this. Pretend I'm not eating a toaster strudel. That is super exemplary of everything I'm about to say right now. But me and my friends are in our 30s. We're college educated. We work in the tech industries, marketing, and either our jobs have been replaced by AI or our employers have let us go to cut the numbers before the holidays or whatever it may be, in anticipation of a quite different economy that we're about to experience. And I don't know how much more I can do it. We're expecting all these tariffs. We're gonna see retaliatory tariffs from other countries. I already cannot afford to live. I can't afford to pay my student loans. I can't afford to pay the credit card debt that I've had to take out when I got COVID. I got a bunch of medical debt. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm not this type of person. I am so resourceful. We are the fucking resume coaches, dude.
Okay, so she says she's so resourceful, but then she says she don't know what to do. That's kind of like an oxymoron. Now check this out. She says she's college educated. Her and her friends are college educated. They have these degrees and self-supported, independent, all of that extra stuff, but she's in this emergency bind right here. And she don't know what she's gonna do. This is crazy because check this out. She said she's the coach. Well, a coach is a business owner. You're supposed to be a business owner then, right? You can increase your net worth. This is what I did. I took my skills that I gained from working in employee jobs and stuff like that, and I took them online. You guys should have learned that from Snowvid. You should have learned that from the scamdemic, that you don't have to be in some office. You don't have to worry about some employer giving you a set wage. That way, whenever the economy decides to change, guess what you can do? You can up your prices too and level up. Okay?
We are the fucking managers. We are the people in charge.
No, you're not. You're not.
Now it's either you're a fucking billionaire, you're a CEO of a company, or you're fucking unemployed, I swear to God. And if you are employed, you're like terrified of getting let go. My friends and I are looking around at each other. We're like so smart. We've always had our shit together. We've always had money. Like we're all depleted. We're like beyond depleted, and I don't know how much worse it could possibly fucking get.
It's gonna get way worse.
And I don't know what they want us to do about it. And God, I can't even fucking imagine being younger than me and trying to get a job at this point. Like I have so much debt from school, and I think I have to go back. I think I have to go back to school. I'm hoping I can get a scholarship.
I thought she said she was the boss. You guys are the managers. You guys are the ones at the top and all of that stuff. Why would you go back to school? How much sense does that make for you to go back to school when you're just saying you're in so much debt? Don't see. This is how we know we're not different from animals. God gave us voice. God gave us like awareness and stuff. That's the only difference. But when we're afraid, we do dumb stuff just like animals. When we're backed into a corner, we do stuff that don't make no damn sense. So you just said you were in so much debt from school, but you're gonna go back to school hoping to get out of debt. That doesn't make sense. Now, some of you guys watching my channel, you're already past the age of retirement, and you are already recognizing that just the little retirement check that you get, that's not gonna be enough to live off of. You see it in the movies and the shows where the elderly person still goes back to work some type of part-time job or something like that because the government isn't giving them enough. That's just how it's gonna be. A lot of you guys are crossing your fingers and holding off and hoping that there's going to be some type of day where, you know, the government is not greedy, but it's never going to come. You understand? The only thing you can do is go to a different place where is set up for you to grow, set up for you to flourish, set up for you to live, even if it's just the last days of your life. Is crazy. It's crazy that you guys have to go through this in the United States. The cost of living, I thought it was crazy when I was there.
Or something, but my field of marketing has very quickly been replaced by AI. One of my last roles, I was training AI tools. So like, which as an aside, I just saw a content writing position that was simply to train AI. And they were paying $20 an hour. And they required a master's. I'm not even fucking kidding. I have a picture of it somewhere. Yeah, all these job postings are like, you need a master's in like exceptionally specific field of study. And in tax.
I tried to warn you guys years ago before this AI blast, before ChatGPT came, that those simple jobs that a lot of you guys have, the clerical positions, the office administrators, anything dealing with paperwork and all of that stuff, even in the 90s, a lot of that stuff was starting to get automated and making it to where you guys were becoming useless. You have to level up your skills you got to be trained just as much as they're training the freaking software. Quit trying to coast. Stop trying to coast through life. You're not going to get some position and then it's just going to be safe. You have to constantly be leveling up, because guess what? It's in the business owner's best interest to find cheaper ways of production. That it just makes more sense. You can't be mad at them about that. Employees cost money. Software is cheap. AI is cheap. AI doesn't complain. AI doesn't need to go to the bathroom, doesn't need to go pick his kid up because the baby daddy didn't do it. AI don't have to do none of that. So I told you guys, go over to Anti-Job University. That's where we do our business stuff. There are courses over there that you guys can get into, and you can start earning, and you don't have to deal with this anymore.
Station of foreign countries or something. It's like, what? And then they pay like $20 an hour. Anyway, all of the pay offerings for my field are now what they were when I started in the field, right? So like when I started at, I don't know, like $60,000 or whatever. That is now the fucking cap.
And unfortunately, that's the job market right now. When we talk about cost of living, we're even talking about the job market as well, guys. The job market is getting absolutely insane. Like, I'm going back to get my master's in software engineering, right? Like, I don't even know if I'm going to even be able to get a job when I graduate, because
he's not. You see, he's the one leading this video. No offense to the brother or anything like that, but even he doesn't get it. Software engineering, that's like the dumbest thing to do right now. Because, okay, for example, there's a site called Bolt. There's a software called Replit. And you can literally put a prompt into it, just like ChatGPT. You can describe the type of website or app you want it to build you. And then it will literally, just based off of that prompt, build the back and the front end of the app and website So why do you need to be a software? Why would they pay a software engineer 300 something $1,000 a year now when there's software out there and AI out there that can build a full-fledged Yelp Zillow directory in less than 5 minutes? Why would they pay you? Oh, because you're human and we need to stick together? No, they don't care about that. It's business. It's business. So a lot of these positions, guys, you're gonna have to be a lot more creative with what you're doing. The best way in 2025 for a person to, increase their net worth and their self-worth is to become self-employed and to become the owner of a business. It doesn't have to be anything too fantastic, but you need to research the niches to make sure they're not in direct vicinity of being taken over. Okay.
The AI taking over because so many companies are cheaping out on their technology departments because hey, AI can do it. Why would I pay a human to do it when AI can do the same job, if not better? Like it's so the job market is getting scary. And on top of that, this is only the beginning. I want her to know, even if she's watching this video right now, this is only the beginning. The tariffs, guys, y'all don't even understand. Listen, I worked at Target for almost a decade. I understand how so many factors impact the business profitability, and I can tell you this right now. It is going to be a scary 4 years. Like this is only the beginning. And so many people continue to vouch for all these tariffs and think that, oh, it's going to bring the manufacturer within the country. It's not. And honestly, it's so sad to see that like so many entry level jobs require you to have a master's degree and you're only going to be making, half of the pay because they're getting the other half from AI. Like it blows. But at the same
Dude, stop going to college. If you're not, I don't even know if your position will be safe if you're in the medical field when they're starting to have the first robots do surgeries and stuff soon. I think they did a successful like LASIK surgery or something like that. You might want to look that up with a damn robot. That's crazy. So like I used to say engineering and medical stuff you could still go to college for and stuff, but chances are in about 5 years you won't even be able to get a job there. So check this out. Stop trying to get a job anyway. You can still learn these skills, but you need to become the independent contractor or the business owner. That way you can get the clients instead of you going to work for somebody else that gets the clients. If you become the source, then you don't have to worry about that. Okay.